Good morning and welcome to the porch. This morning we're going to be talking about some of the things that has to do with the shooting series that we've been doing on the porch. And I say on the porch in the studio because of the rain outside. I hope that rain on the roof doesn't mess up our video, but we're going to be doing this one inside the studio again. And let me kind of open it up with this thought. The other night, I needed to go out and check to see what my dog was barking at. And I went to grab my flashlight, and it wasn't where it was supposed to be. And it occurred to me that my home defense thing had a hole in it at that point. And I could simply put my flashlight in a better place, and I am going to do that. But what I really thought about was I've got to find my flashlight, or at least go get it, and then I've got to get my gun, both of them in two different places. So I've got 2 or 3, maybe 4 times longer getting prepped to go out on the porch to see what my dog's barking at. I thought I need to solve this problem. My solution to that is this right here. See if you guys can see that. And I've already opened this, but I just wanted to let you see it in the package. This is I believe the name of that is a Braun tactical flashlight. Mounts on your gun. 1,000 lumens. And we're going to talk about that 1,000 lumina thing here just in a little bit. I want to test it beside my rifle flashlight that I have that's several years old, and I want to check the brightness between the two. But anyway, that'll be here in a few minutes. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I wanted to cut my response time down, so I decided, okay, I'm going to buy a flashlight and put on one of my pistols that I will have staged in an area that I can get to it quickly. And these flashlights you can buy them at Harbor Freight, and they're only like $49. That's not bad. And so I went by, and it took me a couple of 3 times going by there to catch them in stock. So people have kind of caught on to these things, and they're buying them. Now you can go online and buy these things. At some places they're over $100. Other places you can get them for about $55, but then you got to pay freight and everything. So if you got a Harbor Freight close, it might pay you to go to Harbor Freight and pick one of these up if you want it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started here with this thing and talk about it a little bit more. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up there. They're really easy to install, and I'm going to install this one on this Glock 20 and stage it in a certain place in my house so that I can get to it in a hurry. Now, I haven't got my glasses on. I want you guys to see how easy it is to install, but let's just see if we can install it. Now, here's the thing I do want you to see that screw thing on the side? You can do that with your hand, but I would suggest that after you get it tightened up on your gun that you go ahead and tweak it just a little bit or torque it just a little bit more with a screwdriver. Okay, let's see how easy this thing is to install. All right. Just get that screw there. Guys, there it is. That's how easy that thing is to install. What thing's bright too. So let's summarize what this really means. Having this flashlight on my gun here cuts my response time down if I have a situation I need to get out the door and see what's going on in my yard, and cuts my response down to at minimum half of what it did before, because I had to get the flashlight, then I had to get the gun, then I had to head out the door. And I'm still going to take that flashlight, put it in a holder where it'll be in the same place every time. But this way I can just grab my gun. If it's something I need to get out and hurry, grab my gun, out the door, got a flashlight, ready to go. So let's go ahead and do a little comparison between this flashlight and one of the old flashlights that I bought years ago which, by the way, and I'll show it to you here just in a little bit, I gave quite a bit of money for that. I'm thinking $180 when I bought it. But anyway, it was pretty expensive flashlight at that time. And this one's $49. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and do a demonstration between the old flashlight technology. So we're going to look at the technology we have here opposed to the old technology and see what the difference is. And then we'll come back and talk a little bit more. Okay. All right, this is the old flashlight. It doesn't do very good, does it? Let's take a look at the new. And this is the new flashlight. Quite a bit of difference in between the two. You might say the difference is daylight and dark. Okay, let's just summarize what we learned here today. Again, flashlight on the Glock 20 as a staged home defense gun. So what we learned here is that if we have a flashlight on your home defense gun, you can cut your response time down to at least half and probably even more than that. Now, I want to quickly clarify something I'd said earlier. I have to hunt the flashlight and hunt the gun. I never have to hunt my guns. I know where it's at all the time. The flashlight has been a little different situation. I tend to lose flashlights pretty easy. But at any rate, in summary, having a flashlight on your pistol will cut your response time down and make you more effective in defending your home. It's as easy as that right there, guys. Now, I hope this information has helped you some, because that's what these videos are for. And we want you guys to do well. So we try to provide information that'll help you in our way of thinking. We here at Porch love you. We want the best for you. You guys be safe out there, and may God bless.